So the last thing we said was that the issue that Rashbi had with the issue was that the Rashbi and his Chavraya were all Terosim and Aseh. So Rashbi, who was the head of the Chavraya, he was able to tell by Rebesi that he was missing something because he was involved in Mila Dalma. Meaning he was missing something in his name. It's a Dal. But when das Verstehen like them was the Alter Rebbe brings it up in Hilchos Talmud Teda. We'll understand this by first what the Alter Rebbe brings in Hilchos Talmud Teda. He says like this: Kol nefesh tzricha l'tikuna la'asik b'pardes k'fi ma sheyichelo lahasik. To perfect itself, every soul must learn the pardes, which we know pardes literally means orchard. Pardes is also an acronym for Pshat, Remesh, Drush, and Seid, which refers to the four parts of the parts of Torah. Pshat, as we know, is the simple, straightforward meaning. Remes is the illusion, which is beneath the surface. Drush refers to the deeper concepts, and then you have like Agada, and Seid refers to the secrets of Torah, the Kabbalah and Chassidus. So the Alter Rebbe says that every soul must engage in the pardes according to its capacity to comprehend. And he says the soul cannot reach perfection without this knowledge. When any of us this seek the other element, so love begilwa and shiyasik the other koma she'efshel nishmasi lahasik midas atira. The Rebbe says, in a person, due to laziness, and let's say he managed to comprehend and perceive only a little, he has to now reincarnate to continue his learning until he comprehends and perceives everything that his soul can comprehend and perceive in the knowledge of Torah. That's what the Rebbe brings down Hilchos Talmud Torah. Shulchan Aruch. Wie is der Inyan, ob der was lernt ma'at, is das nicht mitzad Atzlos, nor val pi Torah, is reported Talmud Torah. And the question is, what about a person who studies little, but not because he's lazy, but because according to Torah, he's excused for more, not learning to such a deep level. So the Alter Rebbe in Torah as in dem Fall can sein zwei von. So the Alter Rebbe says in Torah, he says two possibilities that can lead to the scenario. Aleph, das Gufa is Eiga, as sein Nisham is nicht shaykh zu mehr, wenn mir darf sie nicht mehr hasagas HaTorah, und der Fall kommt sie zu ihr Schlimmes ich mit dem nimmenden Wort, is a feel from Perek Echad Shachas or Perek Echad Arbis. The person's exemption from further study itself indicates that his neshama doesn't have the capacity for more, and therefore there's no need for more comprehension of Torah. So therefore his neshama reaches its completion through learning a little Torah. Even the minimum, like we know, one chapter in the morning, one chapter at night. And then Beis Yubal as Eruz Oisik, B'Torah Kol Ma She'efshalei is Yashtin Me'akadosh Baruch Hu. Das was ihm kommt und hat es nicht, was kommt durch Limudei v'Hasagas HaTorah. And you have, since he engages in Torah to the best of his ability, Hashem compensates for him what he deserves, but he had not reached through the study and comprehension what he did not reach through the study of on his own. Like I said, that Efshas Bechlolus seine die zwei Frauen tolle in der Sibir for us as is Efshali and Asakatera. In general, these possibilities depend on why the person is unable to learn Torah. Das ist weil es vernommen ubeheter, weil Torah mit die Jahre Parnasse geht Pratim Shaloi is a Seira, as eine Shabbat gehört nicht zum Maritera, oder zum Marit Ugden Tovin. Sie ist nicht, weil sehr viel Scheich zu Asakatera, or the fire is for him to know the limit from Perek Echad Shachas or Perek Echad Arbis. Now, if he can't learn Torah or engage in Torah because it's mutra pi halacha, why? Because he's involved in parnasa, financial matters, or let's say similar personal matters. So this is mashma that his soul isn't amongst the masters of Torah. Instead, his soul belongs to the master of good deeds. As such, he does not have the capacity to learn Torah. Therefore, the study of Torah one parak in the morning, one parak at night is enough. Now, so that's one reason. Either because he's involved in Parnasa, the fact that he's involved in making a living, so he's not part of the Morei Teira. He's part of the Morei Ovden Tavin, and he's doing what he can. He's doing what his neshama, what he can handle. Baber is given for him in bed of Alpiter making a phone. And it's the creatives of a frat. So I had Sibirus and they shut on what they were saying. This was tell Sarabim. Damot is thus and Anaifin, as the Ebersters Masham das was felt in Bakum and Durg Limude Vasagasatira. Now, if he can't learn Torah because of his involvement, let's say, with the needs of others, giving tzedakah, and involved in communal affairs which supersede Torah, as they benefit for the sake of the public, then Hashem compensates the person for what he did not attain on his own through the study of understanding of Torah. So the Rebbe said many, many times that when you go out there and you involve yourself in hafetza, or you give yourself of another, so it's not chas v'shalom that you're wasting time or giving precious time from your learning to somebody else, but Hashem is mashlim you and it gives you elef pamim kacha, gives you 1,000 times more. And the Rebbe says it's not agzola. It's not when a person is involved in tzirchet sibur be'emunah. So and Teila Sarabim, so the short amount of time that he learns, he's able to attain and the knowledge what a person a whole day takes. Kolel is dem eifin as benched in mitatzlach with uben nu mitatein and as man mut. That's what I was saying. Tuter often Teila das was ader chalog darf gedoinen aribizman. That we said in Shammah when he gets to chsidim manishenim was hayishenim spawn test shows by yem. I did chsidim hayisam barachu ani teres petzidasen. Hatte das gefällt, Schitzlichul haben nur Asim Jahre geschehen. Wie steht die Tzedakah, also I lese, das what I was saying. Nasem Leiche v'liba Yizofim Elef Pamim Kacha. This person is also compensated by Hashem with a tremendous bracha, and it's equivalent, his bracha, learning is equivalent to a significant period of Torah study in a very short amount of time. As the Yerushalmi says regarding the Chesidim HaYisherim, the pious ones old would wait and daven, and for 9 hours a day, they would do this because they were tzaddikim. A brach was given to their learning Torah, which were brought about. They had succeeded immediately in their studies and mastery of the material without delay. As it says in regards to tzedakah, it says that the act of tzedakah, the benefactor's mind and heart is purified 1,000-fold. That's what it says in it's brought down in Torah. Brought down many times that I would bring this. Nasim leichli v'liba yizachim sakim elef pa'am l'kacha. Okay, last sif, and then we'll finish the Purim Sichah. Based on this, we can explain also the story mentioned above in the Zohar. Das was Rashbi der Zen, as by the Vayakhel felt on Eis von sein Namen. The fact that the Rashbi says the letter was missing from the Vayakhel's name, Befrat wie der Tatas Mevar, as das ist der Yud von Yesi, was is connected the Yud for Shem Havaya, especially as the Rebbe Levi explains that this was the letter. Yesterday, but I made a mistake. Yesterday I said it was Rebbe. It's my bad. It's the letter of the Yud of Yesi. So Yesi was missing. Was this connected in Yud for Shem Havaya, which corresponds to the letter Yud in Shem Havaya. Was his Meir in Atzilus, which emanates, shines in Atzilus. When Avedis Adam is thus der Inyan von Omol Teda, Befrat Sidis Ateda, was the Secher von Omol Sichah, as Selam Amaris, Meker Edom Isbiyah, was thus as Inyan von Ashbi, to thus Minasi and Maridas in Teda. So, when Rabbi Yesi was missing, he was missing the letter of the Yud of Yesi, which corresponds to the letter Yud of Hashem Havaya, which is in Atzilus. Now, in Aveda, this represents the level of Omo Batera, toil of Torah, particularly in the study of Sidis Atera, which transcends the toil of conversation, which is the 10 utterances, the source of the lower worlds of Biyah. So the characteristics of Reb Shimon Bar Yochai was that the Torah, his whole occupation was Torah. Is given a Chachamira as yet for sich as Nisi soll übergehen von seiner Arbeit mit der Alma und vernehmen sich jetzt mit Amol Torah. And even from the Chavrai der Rashbi Teresu Minasi. Now this indicated, the fact that he was missing a letter indicated that at that moment, Biesi needed to leave his Aveda of worldly matters and involve himself at the moment with the toil of learning Torah. In the manner of Rashbi of Teres Menasi. You could say even furthermore, it was an opportune time for Torah, learning in regards to Torah. And the Mzman sein Kama Bam Kocha. Nicht von Wern als was hat Yedar Fakum durch the Wudu Vasamas Torah is their side, in their side was is given Mahar Belim Lama. So the Rebbe says that you could say that at that moment it was a very important time. It would be for Torah, and he would be Sichah to many times over. He could accomplish everything that he needed through his study and understanding of Torah during the time that he was instead being involved with worldly matters. Of the as his danach given as durchta was kamre basi b'chodlim b'milan deiraisa is given with ashbiat and mizak and shalim with the yopna shalim the shleimar the shleimus betachlis if them over or mashlim given. So as we see by the learning, it says Rabbi rose and rejoiced in Torah, he could achieve perfection. As Rishon Yochai told him, you are complete, your image is complete. And you can interpret this to me, the ultimate completeness, that he was able to restore Shulchan. So basically, just the Likkutei of the Sichah is that we brought down from the Zayar that Ashbi and the Rebbeisi were together, the Chavrai Kadisha were together, and Rebbeisi was being Mahar Demila de Alma, and Ashbi told him to get up and complete your image, because one of your names is missing, as we said from the Rebbe, it's the Yud of Yesi, and Ashbi was able to see something which was that Rebbeisi was inside Mila de Alma. He was involved in worldly affairs, so it was lacking in his name. So we asked the Chayra, if Rebbeisi didn't do anything wrong, I'll be the heter. So why did he lack a letter in his name? And not only that, he's part of the Chavrai Kadisha. So how could he be thinking about Mila de Alma? So what we brought out, we said, is that obviously Rebbeisi was involved in Mila. He was involved in Tzirchet Tzibur, and he's involved in other things. So halacha, he had no problem. It was the heter. And he was doing the right thing by being involved in Tzirchet Tzibur. However, Reb Yishmer Yochai, he says that now is not the time to be involved in Tzirchet Tzibur. Now is the time, this moment is the time to be involved in Torah, and through being involved in Torah, you'll be able to mashlim everything that you're lacking.